Hello, welcome back to Golden News. Here is the breaking news from USA. President Joe Biden has warned that a nuclear attack by North Korea against the United States or its allies will result in the end of whatever regime were to take such an action. Biden issued the warning along with South Korea's Yoon Suk Yeol as they unveiled a new plan on Wednesday to counter North Korea's nuclear threat. The new nuclear deterrence effort calls for periodically docking U.S. nuclear-armed submarines in South Korea for the first time in decades, bolstering training between the two countries, and more. The declaration was unveiled as Biden hosted Yoon for a state visit at a moment of heightened anxiety over an increased pace of ballistic missile tests by North Korea. A nuclear attack by North Korea against the United States or its allies and partners is unacceptable and will result in the end of whatever regime were to take such an action, Biden said during an afternoon Rose Garden news conference. With Yoon said that the new commitment by the Righteous Alliance includes plans for bilateral presidential consultations in the event of a North Korean nuclear attack, the establishment of a nuclear consultative group and improved sharing of information on nuclear and strategic weapons operation plans. Yoon added, "Our two countries have agreed to immediate bilateral presidential consultations in the event of North Korea's nuclear attack and promised to respond swiftly, overwhelmingly, and decisively using the full force of the alliance, including the United States nuclear weapons." Biden and Yoon aides have been working on details of the plan for months and agreed that occasional and very clear demonstrations of the strength of U.S. extended deterrence capabilities needed to be an essential aspect of the agreement. According to three senior Biden administration officials who briefed reporters ahead of the announcement, the officials said the so-called Washington Declaration was designed to allay South Korean fears over the North's aggressive nuclear weapons program and to keep the country from restarting its own nuclear program, which it gave up nearly 50 years ago when it signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. Yoon earlier this year said his country was weighing developing its own nuclear weapons or asking the U.S. to redeploy them on the Korean peninsula. The U.S. and South Korea also would coordinate more deeply on nuclear response strategy in the event of the North attacking the South, but operational control of such weapons would remain in U.S. control, and no nuclear weapons are being deployed onto South Korean shores. Biden said coordination between the U.S. and South Korea remains crucial in the face of increased North Korean threats and blatant violations of international sanctions. The president repeated that the U.S. remains open to substantial talks with the North without preconditions.